oh, you know, you're so fat. Why are you not eating my pancit?
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute, hold on a second. Yeah. Oh, I also made the fried chicken there. You eat that too, okay? But you just told me, Tita, that I was fat. No, after this you start dying.
Hey everybody. Welcome to the tip of the bird. Cheers everybody.
Hey, floor director! Applause! Nobody cares. Nobody cares, guys. We have our very special guest.
Special guest.
Special, extra special.
Extra special.
Extra. With sauce. She's our favorite cousin.
I know, I can't disagree. I can't disagree. I can't just look, she's here right next to me. And I appreciate that. It's been so long since I've seen you.
During the pandemic, when they were being homeschooled, it was tough.
Oh yeah.
Because Suk and I both worked from home, and their classroom was literally right next to my office, so it was really tough.
And you gotta be involved somehow.
Yes.
Like fixing the computer, you know.
Set up the Zoom sessions.
Yeah.
Make sure everyone else is quiet so they can have their Zoom, and it was stressful. But I'm glad that they're back in the swing of things. It's good.
Yeah. Some people, I mean, I guess if you've never worked from home, you can't relate, but if you work from home, it's actually work from home.
It is really working,
right?
Yeah.
Right?
There's no difference. You're just sitting in your living room or wherever you choose to set up your computer, but basically interview on camera in your living room with people that are also at home conducting the interview.
You have to dress up, right?
Yeah. So literally the trick is you wear like the really awesome suit from like this far up. And then what I used to do is wear my sloth pajamas and my elephant slippers from here down.
Oh, so, wow, okay.
Yeah.
That sucks about being a woman. You still have to put makeup.
Yeah. And brush your hair and, look presentable.
Yeah, I know about the brush.
Guys probably just have to comb their hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's my thing. I just have to comb my hair.
So true. So I must confess, though, I don't know if you guys are familiar, but have you ever heard of feeling like a little bit of imposter syndrome?
If anyone doesn't know what imposter syndrome is, what is that?
So imposter syndrome is basically when you've attained like a certain level of accomplishment, and then you look around you and you're like, do I really belong here? Like
you don't deserve it.
Yes. Like, do I have the experience to hang?
Like you feel guilty, right?
Right. Like, did I really beat out somebody that might have had like 30 years of experience? Do I deserve it? Am I supposed to be here? These people have gone to school for information technology, information systems, like coding, write the programs that basically make an organization run. And then when it breaks, you're humbled because you're watching all these people that have spent their life like really perfecting that craft, and you're just here managing them. Anytime you're in an interview setting, they say, why do you feel like you'd be an asset to this group in a leadership position? And the thing that I always...
What do you say? This is exclamation point this point in the timestamp this. Timestamp this. What does it say?
The thing that I always say is a good leader will be a good leader no matter what profession they are, because they're not being hired to be the SME. You have other people that have the necessary expertise and tenure that you're looking for. They just need somebody to guide them. And so, guide.
That's good insight. Good insight. And obviously the employers respond well to that.
They do, because they are looking sometimes for an outside perspective from people that have been doing it their entire lives. So it's cool, because I never dreamed in a million years that I'd get out of real estate, and that was my thing for like 20 years.
Where does that drive come from? Like, was there pressure on you, or was there like you just had this fuel in you since you were a little girl? You know what I mean?
I would have to learn a new word out of the dictionary before I could play. 10 new words, learn how to spell them, and use it in. He was very, 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 very hard on us. Like, I think part of the reason is when I was in kindergarten. The cutoff for kindergarten was age 5, right? I was 4 by the time school started, and my dad was trying to get me in early, right?
That's at least a year earlier.
It was
at least.
But he told me to help me get into kindergarten that I had to learn the words in the dictionary. So 10 new words, had to learn how to spell, had to learn how to use them in a sentence, and if I got one wrong, I could not go outside and play. My mom, she was also equally encouraging and discouraging in the way that she compared. So, growing up in grade school, when you're in a Catholic school where, all these people, you're surrounded by like little children that are prodigies that have never gotten.
Is that why? Okay.
Had to work twice as hard because they were all 1 and 2 years older than me in the same class. You know what I mean? So when I made the honor roll, I'd be super proud, and my dad would be like, "Oh, good job, babe." But then my mom would be like, "You got a B. Maybe you can pull that up next time." And I would just burst into tears like, "What is that? Is that not a good thing to have? Be an honor roll? You can do better. You can get an A." So I feel like the standards might be a little bit different on the mom and dad, side, but still equaling, I guess, in the end, very encouraging. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And it can really go both ways, right? If you push a child that hard, it can make them strive to do really great things, or it can make them disenchanted with the whole thing and be like, "Screw it, why do I try?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I think really you have a gamble with, raising your children in that kind of a pressuring environment, to where again, they could accomplish great things, or it can go an opposite way. So
that's very insightful. That's a good observation, I think, and it digs deep a little bit.
Right? I mean, you guys are from the same family. I'm sure you guys experience. Filipino parents especially, it's ingrained in them almost to say, "Oh, I want you to have a better life than I ever had," or "I want you to make it this far because I didn't have what you had growing up."
What do you think that? Did you feel that too, Kuya Jojo? Or?
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, but I never listened. So
A lot of Filipino families, you'll see that you have almost two separate caste systems. The ones that have been doctors and nurses, the standard to which your parents hold you to,
and then the rest of us.
And then the rest of us, who it's like, you're on your own, you better do something with your life, Yes. And it's like, if you're always being held to that standard, even without you knowing it, it motivates you to really push for more. And so
I agree with that.
Yeah.
It becomes part of your DNA almost, right?
Almost.
I think sometimes that our parents, or maybe Filipino parents in general, have such faith that their genetics are in us that we can withstand that.
Yeah.
We can withstand the pressure and actually make it turn us into, diamonds, quote unquote.
So my biggest pleasure, and may sound really sad, is every time my dad said, "Don't get your hopes up," and I made it happen, the pure look of joy on his face that I proved him wrong was enough for me.
Right. No, I agree with that. Yeah.
So, for example, he told me, "The chances of you getting a management position on an ISD team over people that have been in ISD their entire time is slim to none."
Oh yeah. Okay.
So when I got the call that I had gotten the position, he was the first person I called. Mind you, he was, at his house. I FaceTimed him and I was like, "Guess what?" He goes, "What?" And I said, "I got it." He said, "Ah!" He's shouting. I can hear literally the echo of everything. And he gets up all quickly and he goes to find my mom and he said, "She got it."
That sounds like
He said, "That's my girl. I knew it."
He's your biggest supporter.
That's exactly it.
Sometimes I'm wondering. I'm like, I understand. Yeah, no, I get that. That's like a Filipino norm and kind of like a stereotype,
Right.
But sometimes I think it's even extra for the Burg family.
Okay.
Burg. The Burg family's really like Mamba mentality, man.
Yes. Well, okay, so pressure, right? Your parents not only instill in you pressure academically, but they do it athletically as well.
Everything. And singing.
Or even the way that aesthetically, how you look.
To gain weight.
Yeah.
You should lose some weight. No one's gonna like you.
Yeah. 7 maybe? I was skinny until I was 7, okay? After that, it was
Burg Family just roasts people.
Yes!
Just for a hobby.
Yes,
For a hobby.
yeah.
They just find fault in
Fault
everyone.
in everything.
And they like to pick on the kids first.
So like,
The most innocent people.
so like, God rest her soul. Mom was the first one to roast me. Okay.
Oh no, she roasted everybody. I think.
No. This is different. 7 years old. My hair was thin back then. She picks up my hair. She looks at my dad like with this face, and she goes, "I'm gonna perm her hair." It wasn't even asking. It was telling.
Yeah.
And she took me out back on the deck. She gave me my very first perm. I smelled like fried eggs for fucking like 3 days and looked like a poodle. But boy, did my hair thicken. It was great. Oh yeah. And then from there on, it became a thing. So like, I remember I was in 8th grade. So she went to me like this, and she goes, "Oh, you have a lot of lemon here. What's that?" Like, really?
In the most vulnerable
I know.
spot.
I'm like, really gonna pull on my arm fat? I'm 13.
That's the most vulnerable spot too.
And then it just progressed, because then it became then your aunts and your uncles start doing it, and it became kind of like a normal thing. And then you wonder.
Yeah. If you're a kid, it really affects you.
Yes.
It affects you.
We love you.
It's disregard to our
feelings.
It's disregard to our feelings. Totally.
I will tell you one thing that I love about being a Burgos is what they have always taught us is the importance of being able to prove somebody wrong. Right?
Seriously.
You guys too?
Yeah.
It runs in the family.
It does. It's kind of like in your veins.
I think so.
Yeah.
It's your favorite part.
It's the favorite part. The subtle overcoming of what people think will be your biggest obstacle is, for me, is the biggest F you to like the world, because
Oh
it's
my
like,
god, I feel the same.
right?
Really?
Oh yeah. It's like it develops competitive spirit in us, right?
See, it applies.
I
The
like
tip of the verb. That's why.
What?
You prove them wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, cheers to that. Cheers.
But they didn't see
I know.
what's underneath.
I know. And that's okay, because guess what? That's why I love the subtle F you.
Yeah. Because that's the best way to
Yeah.
to say, right?
And I didn't need anybody from that side to get where I went. So I've said this out loud.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't care.
No, honestly, you know what I can say? You know what I always think, ever since I was a kid? In the Burg family, the women are the toughest ones, right?
Oh yeah, we always talk about that.
Do you know what my papa
Honestly,
told me?
I'm not even trying to like
It's true.
make up stuff, but
It's
it's
true.
really true.
That's true.
All of them, like you can name every single one of them. You'd go around the circle.
I'm kind of scared of them actually. I'm more scared of the girls more than the guys.
Yeah, I think so.
My papa told me that I remind him of Tita Grace growing up, because nobody
Oh, she's a toughie.
could tell Tita
I
Grace
think that's it.
anything.
I think I look at their generation the same way.
Yeah. No, yeah. Nobody could tell Tita Grace anything, and that's what my dad tells a lot of time. No one can tell you anything. And I said, is that a good thing or a bad thing? He said, it doesn't matter. You'll just fight them anyway.
Tita Grace, shout out.
Cheers to Tita Grace.
Burg side, the family is really like tighter.
Tighter. I can only speak for the Burg side, but I know our
On
side
average,
is like really.
Filipino
100%. 100%. And that's, and that's to be
Our parents, they go on a video calls. They go for hours.
Hours.
Up
I'm
until
like
now.
shocked. I'm like, what?
like you can leave and go to work
I guess
And then come
and then come
back.
home and they're still on the same call.
No, yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, is this past 12 hours yet? Like, how's your iPad?
And they're still
not
talking
dead?
like it's the first 10
Yeah,
seconds.
yeah.
It's the first 10 minutes.
And then they always, and it doesn't matter. Like, you'll look at the screen, and half the people aren't even there in the box. They're like doing other things, but they're still talking from like off camera. Like for the longest time, I see Tita Myrna like talking off camera, but all you see is the chair. I'm like, where'd she go? What's happening over here?
She's like microwaving something.
Yeah. Or like holding Ralph's baby somewhere. And I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, this is cool.
Shout out Ralph.
Yeah, Ralph's
Ariella.
cute.
Ariella.
Hello, baby. Yeah, such a cute baby.
If you could pick our next 2 guests, who would you pick?
Oh, that's a good one. I could even pick the topic if you want me to.
Why not? Why
These
not?
people.
Why not? As long as the guests are okay, the new guests are okay with it. Yeah, why not?
I think your next person should be Lisette.
Oh, at the Lisette.
I think
I can't wait to get you on the Tip of the Burg podcast after this.
Not to put you on the spot.
Did you hear who
you're
shouted
next.
you out? Our special guest shouted you
You're
out.
next.
yeah, because she's special. She's my puss. That's always been my.
That's it?
Yep, she's she's
That's
been
it?
my A1 since day one. We were locked in the basement by Michelle in Chicago.
No way.
Did you not know this story?
Maybe I heard it in the background. I don't know.
This was before Michelle knew English. Sorry, Mitch, I'm totally blasting you right now. I guess Michelle had tricked us into saying the toys were in the basement. And Jeanette's basement was like the Home Alone basement. It had like the weird, like, unfinished part.
I remember that.
Yeah.
You remember that? Okay, I don't mean to get dropped. Do you remember that painting in Tita Grace's house with the rose and the lady? It's a big face of a lady with a rose.
No, where is
The
that?
creepiest. Okay, Aunt Michelle, can you please text us a picture of that painting?
Yeah, please, because now I'm confused. Where is this painting
In
at?
Tita Grace's house. It's always there. It was even in the basement with that.
Is that somebody that we knew or just a random lady with a rose?
It was just a random lady. With a rose. And I was like, it's literally like, I couldn't sleep at night. I was the last one awake. And that rose lady would just be staring at me.
Okay, next.
Can you text us?
Please send us the picture of the rose lady.
And we'll put it in the video here.
Actually, Tita Grace, if you're listening, is there any significance behind the lady with the rose?
What happened in the basement? You got locked for how long?
Yeah, and Michelle was screaming at us in Tagalog, and I was asking Lisette to translate. I was like, what is happening? And
she was still speaking Tagalog?
Yeah, that's how little we were. And Lisette was like, she wants her toys.
Oh, wow.
She was a bully, Mitch was. But now, if you look at her, she's just a big cuddly bear, and that's who your second guest should be, Michelle.
Oh,
yeah.
No. After Michelle, please, can you please?
There's your segue, Mitch. You should be the next special after Lisette. I'd watch.
That's a good guess. That's a good guess advice.
You're welcome. But yeah, no, I'd be really excited. I'd watch that episode. For
I
sure.
think so. I think a lot of people would.
I think they would. They're hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm excited because I never get to talk to any of these,
Yeah.
Yeah. We learn more.
Wait, pause. Okay, so if they're your next episode together, then your other guest should be my brother.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes, of course. Yes. No, Kui John, we need to hear your point of view too. On different whatever subject,
Yeah, that's a good thing. Benefits of raising children in a city like New York.
New York City.
No, they're growing up badass now.
Yeah.
They're doing jiu-jitsu, I saw, like hockey, like...
And they're self-sufficient. Like, Akashi can take the bus by himself. Public transit at that age is crazy, yeah.
No, I couldn't have
kids
done that. I
too,
could have
yeah.
done that at that age.
All your kids are great, so
Yeah.
what's your secret? You're your tiger parent too?
Who?
You, because all your kids are great and behave.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, no.
Well,
but honestly, I think it's the same thing that my parents taught me is, you have some rules that you have to have in place, but at the end of the day, even if you get mad at them or if you act, a certain way, as long as you're not bigger than being able to say, I'm sorry, this is why, then there's an understanding that whatever you did was out of love. It had nothing to do with being malicious. And even though they'll tell you that their mama is strict, I give them a lot more leeway, I think, than my mom and dad did when I was that age.
Mm-hmm.
So Jen, what else do you want in life?
I want to be in a situation to where I know that I could successfully give my children all of them.
The best.
And leave them something behind when I leave this earth. So
Wow, that's noble. That's a noble.
Maybe like me too. That's like
that's
a
the
parent.
end game, right?
That's like your reason for living now.
Right.
Does that just kick in? Like when does that kick in exactly?
Shit,
when you find out that when you find out that
I don't know,
you're pregnant, or right when the baby's born, or when is that?
Could happen anytime. During the pregnancy or after, while they were growing up.
I think if you ask most women, it's while they're pregnant.
Oh, already? You already feel that?
Yeah, you already feel like your number one objective is to protect.
Like to take a bullet.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
For sure.
That's your mother's instinct?
That's what it already kicks in at that point. Honestly, as long as you are as long as you're looking at your children and thinking, you know, what else can I do to prepare you for the world? You know, you'll never stop growing with them. So, I mean, there are times when sometimes I feel like I might be harsh, but I always tell them the reason behind that is because not everybody is like mommy. They won't follow it up with it because I love you. You know what I mean? It's preparing you for reality.
Yeah, that's realistic.
Not everybody cares about hurting your feelings. Not everybody cares about, you know.
That's crazy. You know what I always tell Dr. Joey? That I always appreciated that we said this in a previous episode. If you guys want to look at the previous episodes, that I said it to him now in one of the episodes that I appreciate that he didn't sugarcoat things.
Right.
Like he said how the world was.
Right.
Like, yo, like the world isn't all like sugar and candy. You know what I mean?
Right.
It is because we're, you know, raised around love, so it is sugar and candy. But like the outside world, you know, he told me that the outside world is different than the inside world.
And that's what I think all of our parents try to do. Like I remember my dad would tell me, you are going to face so many more trials and troubles than you have ever faced in your life. So if I'm ever tough with you, it's because I want to toughen your mind and your spirit for the bigger things to come.
Wow.
So, you know, and that's something that at the time, as a kid, you don't really appreciate.
It makes me almost emotional, honestly.
Yeah.
Because it makes me feel like such a sense of gratefulness.
Right. But you never had that gratitude in the moment, right?
Never.
Because you were like,
That's why I'm saying
You hate them. You hate
I love that.
we're going home on Saturday, and I'm really sad because I felt like I didn't get to visit with everybody too much, but I was excited to and honored to be on your show. So
thank you.
Thank you. I'm not
We're
against
due
that
for a reunion.
Oh, yeah, we are. Oh, Florida.
Tip of the Burg reunion.
It'll be a big round table.
Tip of the Burg reunion. That's the title.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's reunion special.
Reunion special.
I like it. The topic of this conversation was drive. A shout out to my dad and my mom for always pushing me. And my husband for carrying on that tradition with our kids too.
Shout out.
Wow. Shout out
mom
to
and dad and husband.
Yep. Wherever you are, you ladies, man. All right, guys.
All right.
Oh, that was good.
We're drinking girly drinks. For a change. We're taking a break from whiskey and beer. We're drinking.
I mean, it's summertime. There you go, Jordan.
So, what is it like to be married to a boss? Is she a boss at home too?
He's a boss at home.
Oh, when the camera comes on, right?
How many girlfriends do you have?
I just broke up with my other one.
Oh,
you have more than one?
Yeah.
How many boyfriends do you have?
There's like two or three.
Oh gosh, no.
They don't know about each other.
No.
I wasn't joking, man.
No boyfriends.
I have a boyfriend.
No
I have a
boyfriends.
boyfriend. He's Puerto Rican.
She actually does have. I love my boyfriend. I hope he doesn't break up.
It's gonna be like a year or two. I think they'll break up.
I love my boyfriend.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I love him. You want to see him?
I'm gonna have a serious talk with my nieces here. Who let you have a boyfriend?
My mom. She likes him. She likes him. She said